People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right. This week it's Natalie and I. Once again, Natalie and I. I don't get tired of recording with you. I just want to let you know that.
Thanks.
We had 2 guests fall through this week. We have a big magician in magic that we've been playing phone tag with. That's coming up. We just locked it down, but I thought it was going to be today. And then it was like, no, it's falling through. So, hey, publicist, we had a guest fall through. Can you do it for us? Absolutely. I'd love to. Okay, perfect. And then tonight at dinner, she calls and I'm like, uh-oh, I bet she's canceling. And then she's crying and said she had something happen in her family emergency.
Family emergency of some sort or another. So
didn't tell us. She usually tells us stuff. And then I said, and I had it on speakerphone and I was like, what? Natalie said, are you okay? And she's like, just want to let you know, click.
Yeah.
So Natalie
said, she was crying too. So she might not have heard the last thing. And, I don't know what was going on.
I told her I'm there for her 24 hours a day. Call me if she needs me. We checked her Facebook status. Nothing's on there. So
yeah, well,
we know nothing except that tonight you guys are stuck with Natalie and I because of those 2 instances.
Yeah.
But we got stuff to cover.
You're welcome.
All right. So I got a whole list.
Okay.
I said, Natalie, it's just me and you. What are we going to talk about? She said, well, the main thing I'm going through right now is potty training.
Potty training. Yeah, we've been at it for a little over a week and So I feel like when we potty trained Lana, she got it and she got at least the peeing like that. And then the pooing took a little time, but she eventually got it. But these 2, I won't name names that way when they're older. They don't know which one is which. Okay, and they won't get, yes. I'm just saying one is, neither one of them, both of them are still peeing in their pull-ups. Nobody cares. One of them will sit on the potty and pee occasionally. I'd say 60 to 70% of the time he'll sit on the potty and pee. The other one was so excited just to sit on the toilet. He sat on the toilet, but he's peed on the toilet once for you, but I have never seen him pee. So.
All right, I don't know why you're not saying names. That's really great for the one kid, and it's like
no, okay. You made me read that article.
And when the other kid's older, he's gonna be like, I didn't conform. I'm cool. I don't know.
Nah, we'll just leave it at that.
All right.
We'll just leave it at that.
I made you read an article today.
You made me read an article, and the article said everything that we're already doing.
Well, I know Natalie's frustrated, so I Googled it. I said, if you Googled with twins, does it go easier for twins because they see the other one doing it, or is it harder for twins?
It said it depends.
It's distractions also, though. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Right. Hey, buddy. Come here. Look at this. I'm trying to pee. Hey, buddy. And it's like, ugh.
But now, what? Okay. I'm trying to get him on the potty every hour to hour and a half. That seems like a lot to me. That article said, try and put him on the potty every 20 minutes. I had a friend on Facebook tell me, put him on the potty every 20 minutes. I'm like, who has time in their day to put the kid on the potty every 20 minutes?
We have a television show.
I can't do that.
We have a podcast, a health coaching business. And we're doing shows and booking shows. And you have clients as well.
I homeschool. But I don't know how you have time to put your kid on the potty every 20 minutes. Especially 2 of them. I don't get it. I don't know how by the time you get the little pull it back on them and into the room, you only got like 10 more minutes. And then you got to put them back on the potty again. How the heck do you get anything done? I don't.
Yeah, that seems crazy.
I mean, I was having a hard enough time doing every hour I'm going to put them on the potty. I can't even make it work every hour. That's why I'm like every hour to hour and a half. And that's still a lot. And half the time it's an hour and a half and nobody's peeing because nobody has to go because it's already in the pull-up.
So the other day, Yeah. Usually we change the diapers when we feel or see the blue line up here, or we can see that it's loaded. So let's change it. And we're checking the time, and we don't let it go all day. But I mean, right? But the other day I took off somebody's diaper. I won't name names. And he had freshly peed in his diaper, so much so that, I mean, it hadn't absorbed yet. And I'm like, I've never witnessed that. I mean, I could have slashed it in the floor.
Yeah.
And that might have been early in the morning too, because he was walking down in the morning.
Really in the morning.
Yeah.
But the other thing that the article said was, you know, for twins, if one goes, yay, you praise the one, but you don't say to the other one that's not ready to go yet, look, your brother did it, you should do it.
I don't understand that. So I am doing everything wrong, I'm sure. Because when my kid is talking to his brother, holding his little wiener, letting go, and shooting pee across the room, I blurt out, no, 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 no. I don't know what else to do. That's what you do. You say no. Don't do that. But
then he stops and you scared him and he starts crying.
I can't help. Yes.
Elmo says, accidents happen and that's okay.
So, homeschool versus regular public schools. Public schools, your tax-paid money pays for the books. Homeschool books, $1,200 a year just for the books, not counting extra stuff.
We need a curtain in one of those things.
When the boy is peeing and he's aimed his fountain at the homeschool books. No, 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 no. I'm freaking out. Yeah, that's expensive books over there.
Yeah.
So I take them outside. And
that's all well and good until it gets cold outside.
On the back deck is awesome because they can run around the back deck. They can talk. Julian can just pee freely. It'll evaporate. Oops, I said names.
Oh well.
And Lex is sitting there being a good dude. Doesn't have to
ruined
pee.
It all.
Didn't have to pee, but he's pushing. He's had it. Sometimes he goes out there. Doesn't have to go, but he'll have 2 drops in his toilet because.
And you should praise that.
He is trying hard.
That's what that article you made me read said. Even if it's 2 drops, you praise the heck out of it.
He's trying. He is really doing good.
And then they're like, rewards. Don't do like a chart where one kid can see one kid gets all the stickers and the other kid doesn't. You can give them stickers, but don't make it be on a chart where it adds up and the other kid feels like he's not doing as good. And do some sort of reward where the second kid that's not doing as good can join in. So do a little fun dance and like cheer. Yay!
Okay, I didn't read that part.
They don't care about any of that. Like
I was going somewhere with my outside thing.
I tried to be like, look, Julian, say yay for Lex. And he's just like, back to my toy. I mean, he doesn't care.
So they're running around outside. But I took him outside the other morning, and I get up in the mornings. Natalie sleeps in a little later. And I'm outside, and I took the pants and their diaper off of them, put their little potty chairs outside, let them run around. And Lex is out there going, like, darn it. I didn't want to pee into the kitchen, but he had full body shakes. I mean, his whole thing was shaking. Everything was shaking.
It's too chilly.
So, yeah, just left the t-shirt on him, and they were exposed from below, and they were running around. But he was, all right, time to go in. Time to go. This isn't cool. But I didn't want to pee in. I can't handle it. I can't handle when a kid's trying to run past me. We have a rectangle schoolroom area
that's just
off our kitchen. So I set up a chair where they can't go past me into the living room, pee in the living room, or pee in the dining room, or pee in the kitchen.
Right.
So I got one kid peeing on the floor. I'm going to clean that up, and the other kid's running by me, or the other kid wants to grab toys. I don't want all that. So
yeah,
outside's
you don't want them going
easier.
Into the living room because that's carpeted and that's hard to clean up. Whereas, so the living room is carpeted. Everywhere else on the bottom floor is wood floors. So right, we can clean that up. But that nook area is like the only area where we can like block in so that we can keep them contained. I tried to do it out like right beside the living room, but there's too many escape routes.
Yeah.
It's different with 2. And yes, it's only been a week, but I feel like it's not getting anywhere. And then you also hear people like how do you train when you can be home and you don't have to leave for like 2 or 3 weeks? I'm like, there is never, ever, ever 2 to 3 weeks that we have where we're not leaving to do a show. That is unrealistic. And
we've
slid
homeless.
backwards. Right. We slid backwards when we went out to do shows last weekend. We took the potties with us, and Willow's, she's helped out a few times at the house. So that it's not like it's completely weird for her to be the one telling them to go potty. But it is different to be in the RV and trying to potty. So I was like, if they don't do it, it's just different, But I wasn't expecting that once the weekend was over, we'd go from, it would take a couple days for Lex to get back on the potty to pee good. And Julian still isn't even sitting on the potty anymore. So, and we have more shows this coming weekend, and the weekend after that, and the weekend after that, and on weekdays at some point in October as well. So it's just, it's frustrating, and I don't know what to do, but we're going to stick with it because eventually they're going to get it. I mean, they need to be potty trained before they go out on their first date.
So crazy busy. Or my next topic says crazy busy month. We have 30 shows this month at the farm alone. We'll talk about the farm later on if we have time. But I'm teaching magic classes. I teach 2 classes on Monday and 2 classes on Wednesday at different homeschool groups. So I have 6 shows on the weekends at the farm, 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. That's 10 shows minimum each week, all October. And last week we had 11 shows because we had that wedding.
Mm-hmm. And this week we have a class and a show for Goochland Parks and Rec.
So that's 12 shows. That's 12 gigs.
On Saturday. The next week, I think we have something at the end of the week, and then possibly Wilderness. I don't know.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's busy. So
it's good.
Yeah, but taking the kids and trying to. And I told her when we first bought the things, just buy 2 potties so they both can go at the same time.
Right.
Then we get them in the house. I'm like, we'll put one in the RV and we'll keep one at the house. We'll put one upstairs and one downstairs in the house.
That's what you want to do. We need 4. We need 2 upstairs and 2 downstairs because they need to go at the same time. They need to be available for them at the same time for when they actually start going.
Yeah. No, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Because you take one off, they're witnessing and they're just peeing in their underwear watching the other one on the potty.
Right. So I think I'm going to order those undies and just try them.
It's only money.
Somebody recommended doing like these thicker underwear. So it's thinner than a pull-up, but it's thicker than just underwear. So they'll feel it when they pee themselves. And it'll be uncomfortable, but it's not going to run all over the floor. Hopefully.
And they said you can wash them, but they're so cheap you can throw them away.
When they poo in them. But they're not that cheap. Unless I'm misunderstanding how many come in a pack.
They're more expensive than pull-ups.
Cheap to me, yes. But I'm wondering if that'll get the message through, at least for pee. We may go through the whole pack in the morning and then have to go back to pull-ups till I can wash them. But at least they got that, ooh, I'm wet feeling, So we're going to try. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I was also told, give them a reward. So we've tried different things of, even just if you sit on the potty, you get this little piece of candy. If you just sit on the potty, I'm at that point right now. If you just sit down on the potty, I will reward you. Just sit on it. If you pee on it, you get a second reward. Then someone else was like, well, just put a favorite toy within eyesight. And if they, go in the potty, they can have it. And then when you get further along, if they don't have any accidents that day, they get it. Then even further, if they don't have an accident all week, they get it.
They didn't have twins,
and I'm like,
they?
No. And then I was like, okay, that's great. So I kind of tried it. Julian wanted a toy that was in a box of toys that we got for their birthday. We're slowly bringing them out, introducing new toys. So it makes it each day oh, yay, something new. And he saw something he wanted. So I took it. I said, if you sit on the potty, you can hold this. Nah, hell broke loose in our house. It didn't work. He just wanted the toy. He didn't care about sitting on the potty. So it was temper tantrum time.
Julian has a temper tantrum.
And then Lex wanted the toy too, because he was like, oh, well, if he wants it, I want it. So, and then there was only one of those toys, and I couldn't bribe both of them to sit on the toilet with one toy. Oh, this isn't working.
And they get to a point where they just point and just grunt.
Yeah. Because they're still using that darn twin language, and they only come out with a phrase here and there or a word here and there.
They're 3-year-old, 3 years and 1 week old. So
yeah, I know once they start talking, we're gonna be like, man.
But they say stuff that shocks you.
Yes, they do. But they definitely have that. They definitely have that.
Like they said their sister's name for the first time the other day. Lana.
Mom said
very
they both
clear.
called her Granny Love if she was here for their birthday party.
I've never heard them say that.
I was like, really? She said, yeah, they called me Granny.
Never heard them say that.
I wasn't in the room, but she heard it, so that's fine with me. I'm happy they called her Granny.
So anyway, that's 15 minutes of potty training, Natalie.
Yeah,
Did you need to do that?
Nope. I'm just venting my frustrations here.
Anyway, so potty training. We're crazy busy this month, and then trying to potty train. It's a lot to juggle, man. You got diaper bags. You got lunches for people. Think about going to the farm in the morning for us. It's 6 of us. I make egg sandwiches for the girls. We make a special meal for the boys. We have our breakfast. I got my coffee, my vat of coffee. We're taking all that stuff.
All my waters in my little bag. I got a diaper bag. I have lunches in a bag. I have
a change of clothes for the second show that day, because after working on a farm, you don't know what's going to happen to your show clothes, so you have to bring an extra outfit for the nighttime. So I'm wearing jeans and work boots.
Yeah.
And then I have plenty of those Magiclife shirts or magician shirts, so logo shirts.
And now we're adding 2 potties coming in and out of the house as well.
It's crazy. It's a lot.
But at least the boys can walk themselves to the car now instead of having to carry
them. They can, and they climb in the car by themselves. They do really good.
Yeah.
And they climb. I was shocked that they could climb in their car seats.
Yeah.
Because it's on a couch, and they climb up onto the couch and jump into their car seat. They do really good.
Yeah.
They can't open the door to the RV.
No.
But you open the door for them, and they're in.
Yeah.
Lana's doing homeschool. How's that going?
Yeah.
What are you, 2 weeks into that?
We're on our second week. We're a week and a half in. So we got home from vacation. Technically, it was Wednesday morning. And then we had, that Sunday we had the birthday party for the boys. That following Monday, we started school. So we do 4-day school weeks. They have that available. She's going to be real disappointed when we get far enough into high school that they don't do that anymore. You got to go 5 days a week. But for now, we're doing 4 days a week, which is kind of nice. But she's doing really good. She had, and I'm really hoping it continues. She's doing really good at math. She's doing, with the writing. So with like language arts and having to write, she had to write a paragraph last week. And I read it and I went, oh, she didn't understand the assignment. She had to have copied something from the book. But I understand if she was copying from the book, like, why didn't you spell the words correctly? So she comes in there, I'm like, Lana, did you get this from the book? No, I did that. You did? Yeah, Mom.
Well, what was it?
And I was like, oh my God, good job. This is really good. So it was just like, she had to take one of her characters from her book and give them a little scene that demonstrates how their character is. Like, you're not describing them, but how they treat people and how they are. Pretty much their description comes across in that paragraph. And she did quotes with them talking to each other and did like described how he looked at the other person. That's why I was like, she copied this from the book.
This is big news because Lana, if you asked her to write 2 sentences, she would drag her feet for 3 weeks and there would be arguing in the house. You would hear it. Lana, if you would have done it already, if you'd have just done it.
I explained it to you 5 times.
So this is great.
Yeah. I was like, wow, that is really good. Good job. Keep it up. This is great. Wow, I am impressed. So
that's awesome.
She's got another, like, we do a writing assignment each week. Usually it's 1 a week. Sometimes it'll last for a couple weeks. And then she usually has one research paper that she does a year, but we're not there yet. But so she has another one this week. And so far, I mean, she came up with what she wanted to write right away, and she made her little outline of things and wrote her ideas down. And so I hope we keep it up.
Natalie had to call a customer last night, a health customer check-in type thing. And she said, here's Lana spelling words. The ones that are circled are the ones she got wrong last week. And these are the new ones. Quizzer, go. And she threw it at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I know these words. Some of the words they're big words.
Well, this wasn't included in her homeschool material. I bought this extra because that is one thing. So spelling, even though she's not a good speller, they don't hold that against her as far as the county's concerned. They don't really care.
Well, there's spell check nowadays.
Right. But my daughter is smart. I want her to be able to spell. And that is what she struggles with. So I got an extra spelling thing. I looked up a few of them. This one had great reviews. And so we're trying this one. And, week 1, I was kind of reading directions on how to do it and what to do. And so week 2, I'm doing it a little bit better. But she got some of her words wrong the first week. So I said, well, let's add them onto the second week list. And I told her on this. So on the first day, you go over your new words, you say them out loud, you spell them out loud, then you copy them, and then you fold everything over so you can't see them. And someone reads them out to her, and she has to try and spell them on her own. And then you can see how good you are at each word beginning of the week. And then you do all these activities through the week. And at the end of the week, you do it again to see how well you've done.
I feel bad because I was joking around with her, playing with her. And then at some part, she was laughing so hard of all the ones she got wrong. I'm like, Lana, you are not taking this seriously.
And
then I go upstairs, and you're like, I just gave her the words an hour ago.
Right.
Oh, why didn't know that? Well, I mean,
for the old ones. So the old ones, and
it was so atrocious, so bad. She was like AEIUEK, and I'm like, A. She's just adding letters. No, Lana, no, that doesn't help. No.
Yeah.
So then I'm laughing. I'm like, this is pitiful, Lana. Another one. I'm so bad at this. Oh no, Lana. All right, let's just get the next one. I don't care how bad you are. We have 30 more to go. There's a lot of spelling words and big, long words.
I think it's 18, and then she got like 6 or 7 that she didn't know last week, so we added it to it.
I got so disheveled because I had to read the circle ones that she got wrong last week. And then I'm going over this and I'm laughing at her and I'm trying to make it fun. So the word is, I see a word over here, humorous, right? I've been told several times in my life, Lana, that I am very humorous. What are you doing, Dad? Well, I'm trying to use it in a sentence. So then I would do fart jokes or try to work in a fart or something, or boy, that smell is humorous, or farts make me laugh. It's very humorous. I'm trying to make her laugh and trying to have fun. But then when we go to spell it, she's saying HOOMRO.
Humorous.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, honey, it's not moo, it's humorous. I'm just making up a word.
Yeah.
And then we laughed or whatever. And then I got serious with her. I'm like, honey, this is like 8 in a row. And then we got to peak. And I'm like, I don't know. How do you use peak in a sentence?
And it's not peak of a mountain, PEAK.
And it's not peak at a book.
That's the same thing.
There's 3, isn't it? From peaking it.
Oh, PEEK. Okay, I got you.
There's peak and then peak. And then peak.
It's pique your interest.
Right.
PIQUE.
And I said, honey, it's not like the top of a mountain. It's PIQUE. Shoot. And then Natalie's upstairs said, Wesley, sorry, give it to her next week. Yeah. And she said, but Dad, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that, Dad. I didn't hear that, Dad. And then at the end, she got like 8 wrong on both ends of it, but she spelled that one perfectly. I didn't hear that one though, Dad. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But that was pretty funny. So give that to her next week.
Well, I mean, if she gets it right at the end of the week, it'll be okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so what else? How's her math going?
Her math's going well. She's doing, it's not too hard right now. She's in pre-algebra. So, working with negative numbers is how it started out.
So I was bad in school. I don't know.
It's not because you're stupid. It's because you didn't care.
I'd rather play magic. I'd rather entertain my friends and have fun and pass the time.
If you had applied yourself, you probably would have done better.
I had a hard enough time with those spelling words.
Yeah, well, that's where she gets her spelling from.
I can't help her with math.
I won spelling bees.
I can't help her with math. There's no way. She beat me in the 3rd grade. I can't help her with math.
Oh, please.
I can't help her. So my poor kids in class the other day, though, and I say poor kids because I don't know what level they're at. They're taking magic class. That's all I know. And I know nothing about these kids. I have one kid that's almost a little taller than my 3-year-old boys. So what, is he 5? I don't know.
Okay.
And I teach them, if you're a magician, listen to this, it's a 1089 magic trick. You give all these random numbers, you do math with it, and they add them all up. And I say, I'm bad at math. Here's my cell phone. Let's add them in. All right, let's subtract them. All right, here's your thing. Boom. And it always equals 1089. And they give you the random numbers. Little girl comes up. She's going to practice now in front of the class, and she's going to be the magician. She made her 3 backwards like an E, and she made her 9 like a letter B. And I'm like, oh, no, maybe this is too hard for them. But the other kids are like, oh, yeah, 3, 9, and then you add, then you subtract. Yay.
So they went with it. Yeah. Well, that's good.
They got it.
Yeah.
But then I called and I'm like, do I help I don't know. I'm just a magic teacher. It's not my job to, but that's it. And I don't want the other kids laughing at her. Golly, if they start laughing at her.
Yeah.
Honey, that's not a 3, that's an E. Let's put it this way. And one kid chuckled and I'm like, dude, she's the magician. You're next.
Yeah.
I don't want something like that happening.
Yeah.
Oh, that scares me. But anyway, so I don't know what level these kids are at. I don't know why I got on that with Lana and homeschool and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so far so good. And it takes me about an hour and a half with her. Unless we have an experiment. And the experiment took way longer than it should have last week because.
What happened with that? Because I helped you.
No good.
You had a motor and they just said attach the motor to a styrofoam cup. And then they had like a rod coming out of the top, and they showed the picture of the rods coming out.
Yeah,
but they didn't tell you how to attach it.
Attach the wires to the terminals, the metal terminals, and there was a metal nub, and then there was a metal stick that came out. I never.
She thought it was
a robot before.
She thought it was like a battery. She tried to attach it to the 2 copper points.
Yeah, well, there's this tiny little thing on the side that you're actually supposed to attach to, which in all fairness, you didn't figure out for a while either.
You already had it taped and I couldn't see it. It was taped down. That was underneath.
It kept falling off. You could see it when it fell off the 2 bajillion times it fell off.
So anyway. It was like a belt loop.
It
was like a belt loop. So the wire went in the belt loop and through, and it did it on the other side. And that's where your 2 terminals were.
Yeah. But no matter what kind of science experiment it is, I'm no good at them. I follow directions to a T as far as I understand them. And it never works out well.
But they should have showed you that though. When have you ever wired a motor before?
Never.
How many homeschool teachers have wired motors teaching for the first time?
Well, not all
you'll know
these
for
things.
The boys.
Like some of these things they sell it to schools and the science teacher does it for a whole class.
Right.
So it's not just sold to homeschool people, but I'm just not good at science experiments.
But it's everything. Every science experiment, whether it's growing a bean out of a jar. Wes, this is your, and I do enjoy doing that. I enjoy sciencey stuff. It's like magic to me. I'm
just gonna call you in for experiments like every time. We're doing robotics right now. So we made a robot last week that had a styrofoam cup, a little motor on top with the wires and the battery that would make the thing go bzz, and then you put a cork on top of it to take it off so it kind of shook as it went bzz, turned on, and then you had markers underneath. So now you had a robot that drew.
So the robot did this.
They called it a vibrobot because it drew by vibrating.
It made a picture.
Yeah. So I don't know why I explained all that, but anyway, I couldn't make it work. All I did was make the batteries hot.
batteries got hot.
I was like, I guess it's working. They got hot. And then, yeah.
But she liked the art. She liked it.
She liked it when it started working, but I had to call you.
But it was so wobbly and so crazy. Like, it's not like you can put on the bookshelf and use it to draw when your friends come over.
No.
It was so halfway
put together.
And
then
I
don't know what to do with the stuff. Like, am I supposed to take it apart and save the pieces for another experiment later, or
is that done?
So I just took the whole thing and put it in her science box.
I think you'll probably use that motor again.
What I'm supposed to
I think you'll use that motor again.
We have a second motor, apparently.
Okay, I think.
But anyway, we're doing robotics, and that's what we're doing so far. And so I'm just gonna call you in. Experiments are every Thursday.
When does Spanish start?
When I can get used to the schedule that we have right now. Every single minute of my day, from waking till sleeping, is full. I don't have a second to myself. With everything that I'm doing, I don't know where to fit in Spanish on top of it. So
and with me being in it with you,
we just have to figure it out.
So with Natalie's health coaching business, they're saying that you need to add in workout time. So,
well, at this point in my journey, I should be becoming more active. So I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to build upon it. And I'm trying to lose a little bit more. So my building upon it is just getting out and walking. And my goal, and no one has told me specific, like, oh, your walk should be this long or whatever. So my goal is to get a minimum of 10,000 steps a day. And by the time I start my walk, by doing different things around the house for a few hours, I've gotten 3,000 to 4,000 steps. So I just walk until I hit 10,000. And then whatever I get above that is icing on the cake.
So I'm doing 30-day workout thing, which I've tried a couple times before, and something always happens. Last week I had kidney stones hit me, and I was out for 2 days. So I taught classes on Monday and Wednesday last week, and I think Tuesday and Thursday I slept all day, didn't I?
I think it was Thursday. I think it was Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday. It was 2 days in a row, yeah. But I think it's passed. My back still hurts, but I had kidney stones last week. It was on my left side this time. And I'm trying to do this 30-day workout. So I'm hoping I can get, I'm only on day 3. Today's the 3rd of October. So as soon as this podcast's over, I got to finish that, the day 3 workout. But I'm getting 12,000 steps a day. I have my Fitbit set where I have to get so many calories per day, like 2,300 calories burned, 30 active workout minutes at least. Do you have that stuff set to you, or you don't care?
Yeah, I
10
do.
flights of stairs.
I have, and
I guarantee myself 10 flights of stairs. So when Natalie was napping, I was jogging up and down the steps, and she's like, "I heard you banging." That sucks, and I was doing it easy.
I have no idea what my calories are set to, but
yeah, you can change that if it's too much.
You
can't hit it.
I mean, I have that many, and I don't know how many it's.
What you have it set to 20.
25, maybe.
Yeah, it might be.
So I know it's set for 10. I know it's set for 10,000. 30 minutes of activity.
You got 71 minutes of activity. You worked out hard today. What is that from? Just being hurting?
Probably.
She had a migraine today.
Well, I mean, I walked. Feel good.
But 71 minutes of walking?
An hour and 15. I walked.
You weren't walking that fast.
No, I wasn't. But it could be that my heart rate was up higher because I don't feel good.
Wow. Her heart rate's usually like a 54. So having it in a workout mode.
It says 100 average beats per minute when I was walking.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't feeling good.
Yeah.
We did changing the subject totally. Oh, okay. I guess am I done with that? So my 30 days of workout is push-ups and sit-ups and lunges and squats, planks.
We have
but I'm gonna do it this month. This month I'm gonna get it done. Good. I got to like day 20 before and quit for one day. Like, oh, I just didn't have time today. We had shows all day. And then I'm like, all right, I'll pick it up tomorrow. And then it never happens. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get these 30 days in.
So my group of coaches that I'm active with, we have a October wellness challenge thing going on. So we've invited all of our clients and other coaches and whoever, and anybody can join. You don't have to be part of the program. So if you want to join, just let me know, because you can totally join. But they have gratitude challenge. They have steps challenge, and they say 10,000 steps a week. You can set your own amount. Weight loss challenge for the month, water challenge, and fitness if you want to do like workouts. So I've done this month, I'm doing gratitude, steps, water, and weight loss.
And I can't do that because I'm not a member.
You can totally do that. I can invite you to the group if you would like to.
Dude, I would kick butt.
If you want to.
I would win that group.
Do you want to be in it?
You
would win that group. I don't know. You haven't seen some people in the group, honey. But I mean,
invite me. They're gonna regret inviting me.
If you're gonna act like that, I don't want you in the group.
Oh, I'm telling you. This is what I want.
Can you listen? There are people in there who they're just starting out. So like my goal is 1,000 steps a day. I did 1,200, and that is great for them. And then there's other people that are like, my goal was 12,000 and I hit 15,000, and they're just, that's great for them. So, and it's not about being the best in the group. It's a challenge, and this is to kind of encourage you to lead yourself. You're leading yourself. It's not a competition.
Is there a competition group?
No. This is just to become the best version of yourself.
Anyway, I get it. That's just not what I was looking for. Okay. I wanted to do like a 30-day challenge and get some other couples involved. And Natalie put the word out. And Natalie's like, well, you never told me. I did tell you. I told you to put the word out.
To who?
I'm just doing it by myself.
To who?
Next year.
Who did you want to do it with? It doesn't
me.
have to be next year. It could be November. It could be December. It could be January. It doesn't just have to be October.
Exactly. Email me. We'll get it together. We'll get a couple couples together, and we'll do a fitness challenge. We'll check in with each other every day.
I think it should be on your own level. I don't think you need to be like, oh, this is competition. And
well, we'll just text each other and just say, hey, look, this is what I did today. What'd you do today? Oh, daggone it. Yeah, you're being accountable for the group.
Okay, well, that's what this is, but it's not.
But I can still win.
You're not supposed to smash people's faces into the dirt. You're supposed to be uplifting to everybody in the group.
Can we do 2 different parties? Like one smash in the group? I want to win.
You can be in that with somebody else. I don't want smash in the dirt. That's just not nice.
It's not nice, but boy, you'd feel good because you motivated. It's like betting on football. Not if you're the
person that got your face smashed in the dirt.
It's like betting on football. You can't control that, but then you talk trash. You're like, my guy is going to run over, and then, okay, well, it didn't happen. I am going to do more push-ups than you, and there's no way that you can beat me. And then if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Well, guess what? I still tried anyway. You'll learn. Anyway, we did
This is why I don't like doing stuff with you. You're just too competitive. And
I do get competitive.
It's not fun. It makes it not fun. A little bit of competitiveness, yeah, okay.
I don't know how to turn that off.
I'm all about that. That's fine. But when you get crazy and like,
I don't know how to turn that off.
And it starts to feel mean. I don't like it.
Not mean.
Yeah, a little bit mean.
Just what's it mean?
A little bit mean.
I'm doing more push-ups than you. Come on, baby, get up, go. Why does that mean?
Now, was baby a derogatory, or was that a sweet name that you just said?
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Maybe it's derogatory.
Exactly.
All right. So anyway, let's change the subject. I'm gonna get in trouble. We did the Luray Performing Arts Center, and every time we do a theater or we
didn't talk about this last time.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
But I'm bringing it up for a reason. Every time we do a performing arts center or theater, we love it so much, and I feel like we are at a point in our career. We cannot get a manager. We cannot get we have a publicist, but we can't get somebody just to book a theater run for us and just send us out and go.
Right.
We've talked about it. We've had meetings. We've done this. Oh yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
And
we don't make $1 million a year, so it's not worth it for them to get the 10%.
But we could if we had somebody
to push us and go. We don't mind working. Theaters. Look at us. But Luray Performing Arts Center was just couldn't believe how big our show was and how much they loved our show. And it's not what they thought. They thought it was a magic show. This was like Vegas. It was awesome. Well, that's what we do. We do a good show. And they definitely want us next year. So make sure you put them on the books to call them and book them next year.
Oh, I always do.
Yeah.
I always call.
But I just told Natalie, I said, we're going to have to do it ourselves. And I got a list together of performing arts centers and started calling, but it's going to be, I don't know. Does the manager book them? Does the manager, when you get somebody like that, do they book the performing arts centers? Do they just, we'll make it work, let's go? Because it's a gamble. I mean, the cheapest place we've seen recently is $2,500 for the evening.
And that's base. That's your base fee. That's just to get in the door.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're required to have front of house people, lighting people, sound people. You're required to have all this. That typically runs, another 2,000, thing. And then it's just crazy.
So the theaters that we've been working.
It's hard. That is scary to put all that money up front.
It's a gamble.
Right. And then, you gotta sell a lot of tickets to make all that, just to make it back. And then to make a profit on top of it is what you want. You want to make a good profit on top of it to make it worthwhile. I mean, you don't want to just make a profit that pays for the gas and food that you had to eat that day.
And the babysitter.
Right. And the babysitter. So, I don't know. It's scary. It is a scary thought. That's why I think we should start slow. I don't think we should book 10 at once.
Yeah.
Book one.
So we got one in Roanoke that I think we like, but they came back with, well, we don't have front of house. You're paying that much money. Oh, you want people to take tickets at the door? That's going to cost this, and they sent you that. I don't know what that costs.
I don't either.
But the theater's beautiful. It's beautiful. But why can't they just give you? Why can't they just tell you $3,000 for the night?
Right.
And it's all included. Let's go.
Roanoke is a good, it's a large enough city that seems like we would be able to.
Yeah. And my name is known out there for all the charity work that we've done. I mean, I've been on the news out there.
Yeah.
Countless times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it would be nice if it would be like, okay, here is the total package. This is to rent the place for the night. This is to have all the things that we're requiring you to have. Because they come back with, oh, it's 2,000. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Oh, okay. Well, you also need this, and you need ushers, and you need that, and this, and the other thing.
One place wanted $50 an hour for volunteer ushers. How does that work?
Yeah. Why are they called volunteers?
Right.
Like,
who's getting that $50
ushers.
an hour?
They're not volunteers. Apparently not the ushers.
Right.
But anyway, I don't know. It seems convoluted, and I don't know why it has to be. Why can't you just simplify it and have one price?
And then it's one of those things where you want to book it in 2025, because if you book it in 2025, you have time to advertise it, and it might be in the book of upcoming shows that people see. Or we have a spot next month. You can get in right now. Well, I want to get in and get my feet wet, but wait, do I have time? Is that enough time to?
Right, and that's the other thing. Some places will help you advertise, and other places are like, okay, you have the theater for the night. We're done. So it's like, oh, what are you doing? Are you helping us promote it, or are you got the money and so you're done? Like that makes a difference too.
Like Performing Arts Center.
I think anyway.
Performing Arts Center called us and said, how much is your show? If you wanted the biggest show you have, how much is that?
Yeah.
We'll take it. And they bought our show outright. And then we sold Magic back of the house, and that was our money. But they bought our show.
Right.
So we didn't have to worry about selling tickets. And I still had the publicists push the shows. And I put them on social media. And I did all that. Just because
they brought it doesn't mean we don't want a good crowd.
Right.
And then they sold out, which is awesome. I love that. But, and then other places are willing to do ticket splits. But it seems like a lot of the places, or all of the places that you've contacted recently, don't want the ticket split option. They just want you to pay for it.
And a lot of places that do the ticket splits, we'd be better off probably just renting the place. Because as much money as we're giving them when we split the ticket, maybe it'd be better if we just rent the building for the night.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so convoluted. Guys, think about this. Like, you buy, that's $1 billion lottery coming up this week or something. I saw it on Facebook. $1 billion in the lottery.
Wow.
It's $1 a ticket. Right? I think it's $1, maybe $2 a ticket.
Yummy.
I feel like that's wasting money, but it's a gamble. $2,000 renting a theater for a night before the first ticket sold.
That's scary.
It's a gamble. And then if you have 50 people show up, you have lost a ton of money and you're crying as you're trying to give them the best show that they paid their money for.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because there's no option to get your money back when the tickets don't sell. So, but
we'll figure it out.
I mean, Lord, I think we'd sell tickets. I think we'd sell more than 50 tickets at a place, but it's scary putting up that much. I mean, some of these places, it's like I could pay my mortgage 3 times over, or I could rent a theater for the night. That's scary.
Or we could rent a place. Boy, an evening of it. I'm just brainstorming here. What if we do like Arlington Draft House next time? And not only do we teach classes and have the VIP seats.
But see, then it's just going to cost you more money because you're going to be in there longer.
But what if we do a live podcast, then teach classes?
Okay, I think you need to start off with
I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the live podcast. Did you enjoy the live podcast?
It was fun, but I think first you need to do just your show. Get that going in theaters first, and then offer the extras. Because every hour that you have the theater is more money.
But I love the live podcast. I want to do that more. I really enjoyed it. What else do we have going on here? Tell everybody about the first week at the farm.
It was fun. The weather was nice. The first Saturday started off a little chilly, and then Sunday was really hot. It was like opposites, but it was good. I mean, for the first weekend out there, and you know, there's 5 weekends technically in October, even though that Saturday was still September. Usually the first week is fairly slow.
Yeah.
And it seemed like, at least at our shows, it seemed like it was good. It
wasn't jam-packed, but
no,
it was good.
It wasn't jam-packed, but for the first week.
They have a permanent stage built for us out there, which I think is so cool. I mean, that's my stage. And they don't use it for anything else during the year. It's just for me. And they set up hay bales for the people, and then they have picnic tables. Because I told him, I said, you got all those people out there watching my show. You ought to have food or drinks near me so then they bought a
food stand thingy.
A food stand that sells pizza. It's got the little Italian writing on it and everything. And they sell pizza and drinks and chips and pretzels, those big pretzels.
Yeah.
And boy, they have a line for them all day long. I'm like, yes, I helped them out. I love helping people. I told Hyatt Regency Resort they ought to do that at my shows. At least have popcorn and sodas, because you got half the resort coming to watch our shows.
Yeah.
Have popcorn for them there. Give $1 a bag. Just free money.
But they don't want to charge.
Well, they also didn't want to have staff there working that to sell popcorn and drinks.
Oh.
I think that was the problem. They didn't have enough staff.
But anyway,
the farm has so much stuff, and the kids are running around. When they got home, because we get home like at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, the boys go down for quiet time. They don't have to nap. They just go in their room for quiet time.
Yeah, it's
and they are
50-50 shot as far as napping.
Yeah, but after playing on the farm all day long,
they nap.
They are out cold.
Yeah, they have a little playground area right across. I mean, it's far enough away that it doesn't interfere with the show, but you can see it right across. They have another little area that has like, I'm not going to describe it well, but it's a little play area. And there's like swings, and then there's the animals they can go visit. There's bounce house. There's all sorts of things for them, and they have a blast.
And before my show, I run all the way down the field and then go all the way back up to the front, and then I come all the way back down on the trail of the hayride, and then I jump back on my stage, and I'm telling people, show starts in 5 minutes. Free magic show in 5 minutes, and I'm talking to different groups and just being a carnival barker, trying to get people, because it's such a big farm. A sign gets lost.
Yeah, you might miss it. You might not read it. Yeah, and then we're done. We're packing up the show. When's the magic show? Oh, we're done for the day.
Yeah.
Oh.
And our banner says like 11 to 3, but it's like we do 3 shows in that. Well, when are those shows? Well, when the crowd gets here. Sometimes if there's a crowd there when we first get there, we set up and go as fast as we can. If there's no crowd and it's 11 a.m., We'll start at 11:30. I mean, I gotta go find a crowd. Hold on.
Yeah, we're there from 11 to 2 on Saturdays and 12:30 to 3:30 on Sundays.
You know that. I have no idea. You tell me when to get there.
I could tell you till I'm blue in the face and you still wouldn't know.
But with everything going on, it's now, she wouldn't let me decorate the house for Halloween.
I wouldn't let you?
Until after the kid's birthday party.
Oh, right. We have to decorate for the kid's birthday party. You can't decorate for Halloween and then.
So now we've got stuff down.
Halloween decorations to be able to put up birthday house decorations.
So now that we've got stuff down, we have some of the house decorated for Halloween.
Yeah, it's kind of half and half.
We have a lot. We have a loft upstairs when you walk in the house instead of steps. And there's like a little loft, a landing at the top. Still have a ton of decorations just sitting there at the landing. We still have a ton of decorations in the attic, apparently.
Yeah.
Has to be.
There's a lot of, Willow went up there and tried to get stuff down for us, but I'm looking around as we put stuff out. I'm like, well, I'm missing this, I'm missing that. I didn't see that. Did you go in the totes? Like,
maybe she didn't go in any of those orange totes. I think she just got what was laying around. That might be possible.
Yeah, because she got some glasses down. Those glasses aren't just laying around. Those
heads,
those skull heads that were on the dining room table, they're not just laying around.
But
so she
there's
got
still
in
a lot
on it.
more up there.
Apparently she didn't get deep enough.
So the house is getting decorated. They put, and the weird thing is, she got them down, and then she was like, "That's enough for me." I was doing stuff, or I was teaching classes. Natalie was teaching homeschool, and Willow was like, "I'll do it. I'll go in the attic." Yeah, that'd be great. It helps Natalie. She's homeschooling. And then Natalie's like, "Well, I like to decorate." Well, honey, I'm just trying to help.
I have a love-hate relationship with decorating, but I like to do it. I like to say that I did it, I guess. I don't know. I'm a perfectionist. That's probably the reason. That is probably what it is.
You like it.
I am a perfectionist. I want to put it out. I want it where I want it. If she does this with Christmas, we have an issue. I'm just saying. So
anyway, and it's not even done. It's nowhere near done.
I know. I didn't
like it. I was trying to help you.
I know.
I was trying to
help
you.
But I want to be a part of it.
All right, so
it's okay.
In doing that,
that's just my perfectionism coming out.
I don't even know where I was going now. I got cut off. What happened?
What were we talking about? You said she was gonna go get some stuff out and she was gonna decorate.
And then she just got tired. Oh, I know what it was. And then she just got tired and she's like, "That's enough decorating for today." All she did was get stuff down, put in the landing. And then the next morning, I go downstairs and I'm going to go pee. And I'm aiming, and I start jumping. Like, I didn't know what was on the floor. And there's blood footprint on the floor. I thought somebody had pooped. I thought somebody had puked. She started putting some out. We have, those bloody footprints. I almost peed on the wall because I'm half asleep and I come downstairs. I don't know, just lift up my leg and jump back.
It freaked me out the first time too. I went in there and I didn't lift my leg. What the hell did I just happen?
So
And then you moved it. We have this huge stuffed witch. Lana hates it for some reason. And it was sitting at the dining room table. You moved it.
I didn't move it.
Yeah, right. You moved it to the little pillar thing. And that's right by the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom this morning and I came out of the bathroom and I just I see this person and it scared the crap out of me. I jumped.
Good. That's what it's for.
And then I looked over. I was like, darn witch. Wesley. And I knew it was you that moved it.
That's funny.
Because Lana's not going to move it. All she does is knock it over because she didn't like to see it.
I tell her, don't do that to that witch. Don't do that to that witch. That's not nice. This year, I think we've already talked about it, but let's talk about it real quick. This year, we're going to be Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
And the gang.
Scooby-Doo. We did talk about it.
Yeah.
We said whoever moves.
So I'm Fred. The kids are
Scooby and Scrappy.
Universally.
Yeah.
They're both really Scooby, but Scooby and Scrappy.
I'm going to be Daphne. Lana's going to be Velma. And Wilma. Willow is going to be
Shaggy.
What's his name? Shaggy. Yeah.
And then on the trails, we did a little haunted trail last year. It wasn't much. It was just we put it together at the last minute.
But also, we didn't want it to be too scary because we have kids coming over.
But
apparently, it wasn't scary enough.
And everybody's saying, this year, we got to do it really scary.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking this year, I need help. And I'm saying it here, so maybe Willow and Lana here. Let's do a Scooby-Doo mystery. Let's solve a mystery.
We need to start working on it now.
Yeah, we just need to plan it out. Like,
and you gotta,
like each thing is a clue, and then the person that solves the clue or solves the riddle gets a big prize or something.
Okay. But see, last year you waited until the day of the party to put everything out and get everything done for the trails. This year you need to start working on it the week before.
So
not the day before.
If you go to our YouTube channel and just type in, I think it's a Halloween Party 2022 is the name of the episode. I think it's like episode 285 of our vlog. You'll see us on the trails. I had a giant spider that would come down and just land on people's head as they were going for candy.
I thought those kids were gonna scream. Like, I would have screamed if it was me and a big huge spider came down in my peripheral vision. I'd be screaming. Nothing. Not one single kid jumped. Maybe one kid.
That was the only scare I had out there. That was all I had for scaring too, because that little boy across the street.
Dark. So it's like, apparently, we need to make it a little scary.
We need to go harder.
Yeah.
So.
Kids nowadays. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, let's say that kids nowadays, because the next topic is what the boys were watching when I came up here.
That's cute.
Our little boys love dinosaurs. I don't know what it is with little boys. Our boys are 3 years old. They're barely talking. They're barely speaking English, but they love dinosaurs, and they got the word "roar" down pat.
Yeah.
And
they like to pretend to be dinosaurs.
And I was playing on Netflix. Cute. Natalie wasn't feeling good today, so she took a nap after dinner. And I was playing on Netflix, and I just saw a kid's version of Jurassic Park. They're like computer animated cartoons. You remember Jimmy Neutron? How do you explain that? It's not hand drawn. It's like computer generated cartoon.
Okay.
That's what this is. But the dinosaurs could be scary.
But they're loving it.
I think the dinosaurs look scary for a cartoon. They're computer generated cartoons.
But they love it.
They're loving every bit of it. And it's
awesome.
It's like telling the story of Jurassic Park in cartoon, and it's 24-minute episodes, and
oh, sweet.
The boys are loving it.
Yeah. Yep.
Boys. They're boys through and through.
They are.
She opened up cars. Somebody got them cars the other day for their birthday, and they're about this big. They're about a foot long.
Yeah, there's a bus, there's a fire truck, and there's a trash truck.
8 to 12 inches is how big they are, probably.
And they're all
8 to 12 inches.
They're all they all have a button that makes noises. Those boys found that button within the first 2 seconds of having them. They love those things. And then they got a bucket full of dinosaurs for the birthday. Favorite toy, I think, of the birthday.
Was that the same person that gave them both of those?
Mm-hmm.
That person wins.
Well, she also has a 3-year-old boy, so she knows.
But better than us.
She knows. What?
Would you have gotten that?
Dinosaur? Yeah, if it was dinosaurs, yes.
Well, Tater asked, "What'd you get the boys?" I said, "Anything dinosaurs." That's what I told Tater. I said, "Anything dinosaurs and trucks."
Anything dinosaurs and trucks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to be special, they do love PJ Masks and Sesame Street and things like that. But if you just stick with dinosaurs and trucks, good to go. You could get them a bucket of dirt and they would be happy.
What? My friend Tater called and said, "Hey, we're going to come to the party. My wife wants to know what size clothes do they need or have or are in, and what kind of toys they like." I said, "Anything dinosaurs, anything trucks." But Tater, I had them outside with me today while I was stacking wood, and they played with a pile of dirt for about 45 minutes. So don't go too crazy. And they really were. They were picking up tiny gravel, and they were dropping it on a snow shovel, and it was going.
And they just thought
and they pick it up.
Yep.
45 minutes. They didn't move. They both took turns just watching it go down the snow shovel.
Doesn't surprise me.
Anyway, we had 2 people scheduling malfunction, and then I hope our publicist is all right with everything. I really don't know. It could be we've had it where somebody's cat died. We had a magician work for us, and their dog died, and they had to cancel the show. I'm like, I don't get it. I'm such a show must go on person. I performed the night my mom died. I had birthday parties for kids the night.
This is your full-time job,
second day.
This isn't just a hobby.
The day after my dad died. So I know, but the show must go on. So if something happens, I don't call into a radio station and say I can't do it. I don't know what she's got going on, but I'm hoping it's not a cat died. Well, that's not good. I'm saying I'm hoping it's something real bad.
Yeah,
that's not good. That's not good. I shouldn't talk out loud.
No, that's
Do you see what I'm saying, though?
I see what you're saying,
think
but
in my
you got 20 seconds.
In my mind, it's got to be bigger. So God bless you. We love you. I hope you're all right.
Yes.
I think that wraps everything up.
Yeah.
Only thing left we have to say is
see you next week.
Check us out online at wesiseli.com and patreon.com/Wes_Iseli for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled Wesiseli.